Hey everybody, welcome to the Small Bites. I'm your host, Brad Pittman. Today we're just going to walk around in the randomness that is in my mind. Going to have a good time. This podcast is brought to you by Joe's Underground at the corner of 8th and Broad in Augusta, Georgia. We'll be downstairs in the Lamar building. Let's sit back and enjoy these small bites. Yeah, this morning I'm going to be sitting out here in my garage recording this podcast. Just relaxing, enjoying the day so far. Beautiful day outside. One thing I want to talk about today is getting older. You know, it's something all of us are going to do, whether we want to or not. You know, every day I got to look in the mirror and realize, hey, jackass, you're 47. You're not 18 anymore. You can't do what you used to do. Now, by no means have I got one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. I'm still a fairly young guy. But I'm at that point, I'm kind of in the middle right now, where I'm too old to hang out with the real young guys, but I'm too young to hang out with the really old ones. I'm kind of in between, but the bad thing is the way I am is a lot of times, no matter what the ages are, I'm the oldest person in the group. And that kind of sucks sometimes because a lot of times I try to be the voice of reason while I'm going along with whatever stupid things we're doing. And believe me, I've done a lot of stupid things. But I've had a lot of fun, you know. I can't say I've got any regrets. A lot of people say they would go back and they change things. I changed this, I changed that. I never would have had that drink. I never would have met this person, yada, yada, yada. I've done a lot of things I probably should regret, but I've never done one that I have because everything I've done has led me down the path where I'm at today. You know, it is what it is. Everybody's got some stains on their soul. That's just life. You know, nobody's perfect. Everybody's made mistakes. Try not to judge anybody for the ones they make because, I mean, everybody does some stupid things. Some are more spectacularly stupid than others, and I can vouch for that one. But it is what it is, once again. You know, getting older makes you think a lot of times and look back on your past. And I don't have any regrets. I look on things a lot more fondly than some things more fondly than others. Sorry about that. I get a little tongue-tied sometimes, but drank a lot when I was younger. Never really did any drugs. You know, I had seen that happen in the past with other folks and knew that wasn't really a path that I wanted to go down. But alcohol, on the other hand, that was my friend. You want to talk about some stupid things on alcohol? Holy crap. There's two bars in Athens, Georgia that had bulls. One of them was called Cooper's, and the other one was called Mama's Country Showcase or the Country Rock Cafe, whatever night it was. They called it different things sometimes. But each of them had a bull, and they may as well have named it tequila because each time I would go, I would drink tequila. I'm the guy that would pull the cap off a fifth of tequila and throw it away because I was going to drink it all that night. I didn't drink because I liked the taste of it. I drank to get dang and drunk, and I was a pro. But every time I would ride those bulls, and they never threw me off. They were not pretty rides by no stretch. Would have been disqualified in any professional rodeo. But hey, I stayed on. That's the important part. And they were trying hard to throw me off. But I guess a combination of me being drunk enough to hang on and being heavy enough to where I was going to tear up that bull's gears if they ground it too hard. Yeah, that wasn't going to work real well for the bull. But I had fun. Almost got put in jail at a Waffle House one night because we went there after going to one of these bars, and I was hammered. And apparently I went to sleep in the booth. Well, I woke up, and my friend across from me had an order of spaghetti, which was actually a double order of hash browns, and he put ketchup on them. Well, I decided I wanted spaghetti too. And the waitress kept trying to tell me, I need spaghetti, hash browns with ketchup. And I wasn't hearing it. I wanted spaghetti. He had some. They weren't going to stiff me. I wanted spaghetti. Instead of just serving me a plate of them and saying, here's your spaghetti, I'd have been happy. I'd have probably ate it and asked for more. No, she wanted to argue. So, you know, she went away. She got tired of dealing with me. And I'm the reason why there are not squeeze bottles of ketchup and mustard in Waffle House anymore, because I proceeded to write a lot of bad words about Waffle House on the windows in ketchup and mustard. The cook finally came out and said, "Look, man, y'all need to get him out of here. The cops are coming." She called them. As we were pulling out, of course, the cops were pulling in, but I was gone. Just my little condiment messages on the window. But I don't think I've ever been back to that Waffle House, and that's been over 30 years. But I'm pretty sure if they're there, they remember me. And every Waffle House has that one waitress who's been there for 30 years. Y'all know her. Everybody here knows her. Believe it or not, I am also a certified grill operator for Waffle House. I worked there about 20 years ago in Augusta. Didn't dig doing the hash brown thing, but that was part of the job. I lasted about 3 weeks. It was part-time. I'm a horrible part-time employee, I'll tell you that now, because I get aggravated, but I don't need this as part-time. And I am out as soon as I think of that. A lot better things to do than go make money. Why not? Just let's sit home and bitch about being broke. Told y'all I tend to ramble sometimes. If I'm getting older to working at the Waffle House, gonna ramble even more. I love Waffle House. Man, I eat there here every chance I get. And I always eat too much. If that's possible, eat too much at a Waffle House. And yes, I smoke. I know I shouldn't, but bite me, I do. And Georgia, like a lot of states, has adopted no smoking rules inside different places and all that. But I think the one place that should be exempt is a Waffle House. Because, that used to be a sport, sitting there watching them cook your food and have that foot-long ash hanging off the end of their cigarette while they were cooking, just praying it wasn't going to fall into your hash browns. And that was the fun of Waffle House. It was like a big game. But I love some Waffle House. I love that cheesesteak omelet. Man, that thing will make your tongue slap a blister on your jaws. But enough about some groceries. We're going to talk a little bit about getting older. Couple things about getting older. It's kind of like another puberty. I thought when I passed through that, I was done with that shit. But when you get older, you start losing hair on your head, but you get hair in other places. It starts coming out your ears. It comes out of your nose. I was laying in the bed one night, and I felt something crawling on my back, and I came out of that bed like a ninja. I was slapping my back trying to get to it, and I'm about 300 pounds, so that's a lot of real estate to cover, and that's a lot of places my little old T-Rex arms ain't going to reach. Well, my wife woke up, and she said, "What's going on?" I said, "There's a spider on me, help." And she just started rolling. And I said, "This shit ain't funny. Now you got to help me get this thing off. It's going to bite me. I don't like spiders." When she finally caught her breath, she said, "That ain't no spider. That's the wind from the fan blowing across the hair on your back." That's at that point I realized little peach fuzz starting to grow on my back. Now that's some bullshit. All my life I made fun of these guys with these hairy backs. Now peach fuzz. And that really sucks. One good thing about being older is people believe shit that you say. They trust you more. And it's great. Sometimes I'll be watching a movie with somebody and look and go, "Damn, Lee Majors is looking old in this thing." For those of you who don't know, Lee Majors, $6 Million Man, the Fall Guy. And they'll spend the rest of their movie, they won't say anything, but they'll spend the rest of the movie sitting there looking for Lee Majors in this damn movie. And he's never been in this thing in his life. Don't even know where he's at now. And they'll ask for directions, and you can tell them anything, and they'll listen. They will go that way. They'll burn 100 miles worth of gas to get where you told them to go. And it's funny as hell. Have a friend that believes Neil Diamond is dead. I told him that he swallowed 2 Alka-Seltzer on a bet from his manager backstage at a concert, and his stomach exploded and he died. My friend still believes that Neil Diamond is dead. On the day I told him that, every year he'll wear a black armband and sing Cracklin' Rosie. I appreciate y'all listening to me rant this morning and rave and just have a good old time, just kind of letting it flow on out. I want to thank Joe's Underground for sponsoring these podcasts. They actually paid me to do these ramblings. Going to be there Friday night for Friday Comedy Night. Y'all come on out, 8th and Broad. Thanks for listening and taking these small bites. I'm out.